Okay, in this short video, I'm going to walk you through the difference between gross and net pay, and we'll do some calculations. What should you be able to do by the end of the lesson? Well, you should be able to tell the difference between net and gross pay. That'd be good. You should be able to calculate net pay, taking into account deductions, and kind of outline the type of expenses you will encounter as an adult. Why should you care? Well, ultimately, while you get advertised gross pay, what actually comes in your bank account, that's net pay. So that's the amount you've actually got to deal with. So when it comes to budgeting, you've got to know the difference. Don't budget on the gross pay, is the short answer. Some terminology, gross pay and net pay. Let's chuck over to our tackling terminology sheet. So yeah, gross pay is pay before deductions, like for instance, tax and superannuation are taken from your pay. The net pay is what happens after that point. And that's all there is to it. So pause the video, copy those down. Let's pop back. Okay. So it says, first example here is, Janelle receives a gross weekly pay of $563.80. She has a tax deduction of $101.34 and superannuation of $34. Right. We will be talking about these a little bit more, especially how the tax system works and how superannuation works. But basically, they're just taken automatically out of your account, tax so that you never, well, in theory, you never have to pay extra tax. The government's already collected it. And superannuation to force you to have some sort of savings to support yourself when you retire down the line. So when it says calculate Janelle's net pay, all you have to know is that net pay is gross pay minus deductions. I hope you can read my writing. So the first one says calculate Janelle's net pay. So that will be net pay equals, now we're basically just substituting, aren't we? Gross pay, so that'll be $563.80, and then she loses $101.34 in tax and another $34. That's all there is to it. Let's pop over that calculator. Right, so she only gets into her account $428.46. Says if Janelle pays 2% of her gross income in union fees, what will be her net pay? Well, let's first calculate the union fees. So in this case, as part of her deductions, she's including this union fees. So let us find out first. Union fees, that was 2% gross, so there'll be 2 over 100, or if you're super savvy, 0.02 times her gross pay. We've got 0.276, but why don't we just put it up to 2.8. Do it in a sense. Okay, so now her new net pay has to take into account this extra bit here that we're taking off as well. So net pay, well, we can just take the old one, minus $11.28. There's my final answer. Right. So again, just want to set it out. All the numbers mean something, so let me know that's what the case is, and it should be fairly straightforward. Example number 2, Tarian has union fees of $500 annually. Calculate how much money will be deducted from her fortnightly pay for union fees. Well, this is very similar to our salary, isn't it? So we've got $500 annually, and we want fortnightly. So remember, there are 26 fortnights per year. Alright, so let's use that to our advantage. So fortnightly pay fortnightly pay, that's going to be $500 divided by 26. Right, so each fortnight she's paying $19.23, and that adds up to $500 overall.